Hello everyone, welcome to RealiTEA with Me, Francisco Melendez. This week we will be discussing the first 2 weeks of Dancing with the Stars. Let's start with this season's pairings. Overall, the pairings seem to make sense, and the dancers had great chemistry. I only had 2 issues here. Firstly, where's Kyo Motsepi? He and Devon Lynch made it to the finals last season, so it's disappointing to see him get sent to the bench this time. Second, I want to know whose drink Lindsay Arnold poisoned. She won with Jordan Fisher in season 25, but since then, it seems she can't catch a good partner. First, there was Kareem in Dancing with the Stars All Athletes, who was terrible, gone after 2 nights. Now she's stuck with Sean Spicer. Yes, that Sean Spicer. He's as unpleasant here as he was in the White House, but at least then we got to see Melissa McCarthy make fun of him. Putting him aside for now, the first night went pretty smoothly. The Office's Kate Flannery was as charming as always. Fifth Harmony's Ali Brooke, trying to remind people that Normani's not the only one in the group who can dance, and actually did pretty well. Culture expert and activist Karamo Brown became the first actual ray of sunshine to compete on the show since Jordan Fisher. Oh, and it was revealed that model Christine Berkeley broke her arm during rehearsals and would be replaced by her daughter, Sailor Brinkley Brooke. I'm sure this is a great sign for the rest of the season. Sailor had only 3 days to learn the first dance and did surprisingly well. The second week we saw what she can do with actual practice time, and I can see her getting far if she can work on her dance consistency. Val's not my favorite pro, but he seems to be working well with Sailor so far. The obvious highlights, though, were pretty unanimous. James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek got the highest score the first week, coming out strong with an amazing tango. Emma Slater and him work really well together, and they definitely have potential, even if their Shasha wasn't as strong in week 2. Then there was Lauren Elena, the country singer, with her partner, Gleb. Their first week Shasha was a little forgettable, but her Paso Doble in week 2 was a real showstopper. It's ironic that Lauren claims to still be adjusting to the more sensual wardrobes and dances of the show, but the seductive nature of the Paso Doble suited her a lot better than the tamed Shasha in week 1. I'd say she was the highlight of week 2. If it wasn't for Bachelorette star Hannah Brown with partner Ellen Burstyn. The first week they gave us a really good, energetic Shasha, which gave them a pretty good advantage that night, only being outscored by James and Emma. However, they really came into their own in week 2 with the Viennese Waltz. At first, I was hesitant about the choice of Taylor Swift's Lover for this choreography, but it was nothing short of gorgeous. This earned them the highest score so far, a 24 out of a possible 30. At this point, they're my choice to win, and given Bachelor Nation's infamous influence on Dancing with the Stars votes, I think she has a good shot to take the mirror ball. So, Hannah Brown's the top dog in my opinion. That much is clear. But who is the lowly, sickly dog that brings fleas into the house and poops all over your carpet? Well, of course, that's Sean Spicer. I spoke about my frustration with Lindsay getting stuck with this stomping turtle, but that wasn't even getting into his dance skills. The first week, he got the second lowest score for a stiff and hideous salsa, which gave us that lime green shirt you've seen around Twitter. Somehow, in week 2, he was even worse. He stomped around the stage in what was supposed to be a tango, but I guess he was on beat, so the judges gave him a pity 16. That score was way too high for him. No one should get more than 12 for just walking across the dance floor with an awkward pose. But of course, Spicer's call to action for his followers to vote spared him from elimination this week. It always says something to me when a Dancing with the Stars contestant has to ask their followers for help because their dancing just couldn't cut it. So, if Spicer didn't get eliminated, then who did? Unfortunately, it was the Supreme singer Mary Wilson. She and NFL player Ray Lewis were in the bottom 2, and the judges voted to save Ray instead. I rarely agree with Judge Len Goodman, but he was right here. These two did not deserve to be the ones in the bottom 2 this week. If you ask me and the scoreboard, Lamar Odom and Sean Spicer should have been the ones fighting for survival. I already talked about Spicer, but basketball star Lamar is also pretty bad. He's gotten the worst score both weeks and presumably only got saved by the audience votes. I won't act like Mary was the best competitor here, but I put her in the same ballpark as Kate Flannery this season. They're both doing their best and show clear signs of potential, but alas, Dancing with the Stars' track record with black women doesn't seem to be improving. Those of you who saw Tinashe's run last season know what I'm talking about. Now, putting all that aside, one last thing before I leave. I have to comment on the new voting system. Instead of giving everyone a few hours after the show to vote for who they think should stay, now all voting is done live. So, what's the issue? Well, the United States is a dummy-thick country with multiple time zones from east to west. So they decided that the voting window will be based on the East Coast time zone, meaning that those of us in the Show Me state can vote, but we'll have to set an alarm, or because we will not be able to do it as we watch the show. Oh, I get it though. Last season we had a lot of issues, and they just wanted to mitigate that with a new system, so I get it. It's the only way. Except it's not, because the judges' scores were also given more power this season, and they get to choose who they believe deserves to continue the competition based on the bottom two scores. So what gives? Who the heck thought, well, we came up with a good way to balance out the fan votes, so let's ruin it by making it harder for people in most of the country to participate. I just don't get it. What's this decision? But with that, I'm getting a vision. Next week, I'm seeing Hannah Brown. She's getting the high score of the week. I see Lamar Odom. He's getting the bottom score of the week. I see Kate Flannery. Yeah, she's still a delight. Hi, Flannery. And, oh no. I see Sean Spicer. He is terrible. He's making me say, oh God, oh no. I see me saying, make it stop, as I cry into my pillow at night. And that is the reality. So tweet us at MUTV23 what your favorite dance has been so far and who you think will win. See ya!